Where did blue eyes originate from? Posted by Monty Aldoni. Studies carried out by scientists from the Institute of Forensic Genetics at the University of Copenhagen have concluded that all blue-eyed people share a common ancestor, someone who lived 6,000 to 10,000 years ago near the area by the Black Sea. Researchers analyzed and compared the unique genetic makeup of the chromosomes in the iris from 155 blue-eyed individuals from diverse regions such as Denmark, Turkey, and Jordan. All of the subjects that participated in the study had the exact same genetic mutations in specific chromosomes of the eye with very little variation on the genes, indicating that the mutation responsible for blue eyes first arose and spread relatively recently. Geneticists compared mitochondrial DNA from blue-eyed individuals in countries as diverse as Jordan, Denmark, and Turkey, concluding that people with blue eyes have a single common ancestor that lived by the Black Sea around 8,000 years ago, spreading out with agriculture. Scientists conclude that this blue-eyed family spread out from an area north of the Black Sea following the last ice age. These people were among the Proto-Indo-European Aryans who subsequently spread agriculture into Western Europe and later rode horses into Iran and India, explains Professor Hans Eiberg of the Department of Cellular and Molecular Medicine at the University of Copenhagen. Blue eyes are a recessive trait, and the gene must be inherited from both parents. Green eyes involve a related but different gene that is recessive to brown but dominant to blue. Following the ending of the last ice age, many Europeans inherited this rare gene associated with blue-eyed people that differentiated them from the rest of the human races. Indeed, it appears that the elite and nobility that organized the earliest known agricultural civilizations all shared this trait, seemingly coming from the same bloodline. When we look to ancient Egypt, arguably one of the world's oldest known civilizations, we find many blonde and fair-haired mummies. Since World War II, Western academia, backed and lobbied by politically motivated forces at the United Nations, has pushed for a Marxist-inspired multicultural view of history, which has ignored archaeological evidence in favor of political correctness. However well-intentioned, this false perspective has cast much confusion over human origins, who we are, and how we came to be. If the blonde hair of the Egyptian mummies you see pictured above was a result of the mummification process, then why are the statues of the royal Egyptian pharaohs and nobility pictured below depicted with blue eyes? Another one of the oldest documented civilizations credited with having the first writing, schools, courts, and many other firsts were the ancient Sumerians of Mesopotamia. The ancient Sumerians thought that blue eyes were a sign of the gods. The Sumerian nobility were blue-eyed and fair-haired, as most of their busts show. These blue-eyed statues, pictured below, are of Sumerians from the early mid-3rd millennium BC. They, the Sumerians, certainly belong to the same racial division of mankind as the nations of Europe. They are scions of the Caucasian stock, Arthur Keith quoted in Excavations 1927. Gautama Buddha's physical body is traditionally regarded as having the 32 characteristics of a great man. These 32 characteristics are described throughout the Pali Canon and are also regarded as being present in Cakravartin kings as well. Number 29 on this ancient list is eyes deep blue. 2,000 years ago, a mysterious and little known civilization with a blue eyed elite ruled the northern coast of Peru. Its people were called the Moche. They built huge pyramids that still dominate the surrounding countryside, some well over 100 feet tall. Archaeologists working at Peru's Huaca Pugyana ruins recently pulled a blue-eyed mummy from an ancient tomb thought to be from the ancient Wari culture that flourished before the Incas. Piercing blue eyes undimmed by the passing of 1,300 years, this is the Lady of the Mask. A mummy with striking blue eyes, whose discovery could reveal the secrets of a lost culture at the Huaca Pugyana pyramid located in Lima, Peru. It is the first time a tomb from the region's Wari culture has been discovered intact and give historians the chance to learn about the ancient pre-Incan civilizations. Blue-eyed mummies of Peru. 1,300-year-old mummy found in Peru. The Lord of Sipan's tomb, pictured below, is held by some archaeologists to be one of the most important archaeological discoveries in this region of the world in the last 30 years, as the main tomb was found intact and untouched by thieves. The Moche ruler, whose golden blue-eyed mask, now called the Joy of Sipan, was found in his grave in Sipan, Peru. Tomb of Lord Sipan, Sipan, Peru. He was called Viracocha by the Incas, Cuculcan by the Mayas, Quetzalcoatl by the Aztecs, Gucumatz in Central America, Wotan in Palenque, and Zamna in Izamal. He, and in some cases his men, were described as being tall, bearded, with white skin and beautiful emerald blue eyes. Fray Juan Torquemada, the Franciscan missioner who collected traditions about Quetzalcoatl from the natives of Old Mexico, says Quetzalcoatl had blonde hair and wore a black robe sewn with little crosses of red color. Image below published by the Secretary of Education, Mexico. Scientists stress that the genetic variation, as the press release puts it, is neither a positive nor a negative mutation.